Alright, let's have a real talk. Just you and me. You're a good guy. You're polite. You're accommodating. You open doors. You text back on time. You're doing everything the good guy manual tells you to do. Yet, you find yourself sitting in the passenger seat of your own dating life, wondering why you keep ending up in the one place you dread the most, the friend zone. Or worse, the ghost zone, which is just the friend zone with bad cell service. You've probably scoured the internet, looking for that one magic pickup line, that perfect sequence of texts, that psychological trick that's supposed to flip a switch in her brain. But it all feels fake. It feels like you're playing a character. What if I told you the most powerful shift you can make doesn't come from a complicated technique? What if it comes from a single simple word? A word you already know but you've been conditioned to avoid. A word that, when used correctly, doesn't push her away but instead makes her lean in, intrigued. It makes her see you not as just another nice guy, but as a man with his own world, his own purpose. A man worth getting to know. And no, that word isn't love. It's not beautiful. And it's definitely not some cheesy line you found on a forum. The single most powerful word that will make her see you differently is no. I know. It sounds completely backward, counterintuitive, maybe even a little bit rude. Your brain is probably screaming, wait, aren't I supposed to be agreeable? Don't I want her to like me? And that right there, my friend, is the trap. Today, we're going to dismantle that trap, and I'm going to show you not just why no is so powerful, but how to use it to build magnetic, authentic attraction. First, we need to understand why your current strategy, the always yes strategy, is backfiring. Think of yourself as a company. Let's call it You Incorporated. Every company has a product. Your product is your time, your attention, your energy. If you give away your product for free to anyone who asks, anytime they ask, what does that say about its value? It says it's worthless. The nice guy who says yes to everything is like a 24/7 convenience store with the doors wide open and no one at the register. He'll change his plans at a moment's notice for a maybe hangout. He'll agree to watch a movie he knows he'll hate just to be agreeable. He'll become her on-call therapist, listening to her problems for hours, hoping that if he just deposits enough niceness coins into the machine, a relationship will eventually pop out. But let me tell you something your big brother should have told you years ago. Women are not vending machines. Attraction doesn't work like a transaction. It's a gut-level feeling, and it's based on respect. And it is fundamentally impossible to respect someone who doesn't respect their own time, their own opinions, and their own life. An endless supply of yes signals that you don't have a life of your own. You're just waiting to be cast in hers. That's not a leading man. That's an extra. So how do we fix this? We introduced the word no, and I want you to reframe how you see this word. No isn't about being a jerk. It's not about being negative or difficult. Think of it like this. No is the frame that gives your yes its value. Imagine a world-famous art gallery. Are the doors just thrown open 24/7 for anyone to wander in and out? No, there are velvet ropes, there are opening hours. There are security guards. Those boundaries, those no's, are what signal that the art inside is incredibly valuable. Your life, your time, your purpose. That's your art. No is your velvet rope. When you use it correctly, no communicates a few incredibly attractive things. First, it communicates that you have a life. When she texts you at 8 p.m. on a Friday, hey, bored? What's up? And you already have plans. Even if those plans are just hitting the gym or reading a book you're into, the answer isn't, nothing, I can be there in 15. The answer is, hey, just about to hit the gym. Can't tonight, but you want to grab a coffee on Sunday? See the difference? The first one screams, my life was empty until you texted. The second one screams, my life is full, but I'm willing to make a space in it for you. That is a world of difference. You're not rejecting her. You're valuing your own time and inviting her to be a part of it at a different point. It creates intrigue. It makes her wonder, oh, what's he got going on? His life seems interesting. Second, no communicates that you have a spine. You have opinions. You have standards. If she suggests a place to eat that you genuinely dislike, Don't just smile and nod. Say, I'm not the biggest fan of that place, but there's this incredible Italian spot I've been wanting to try. We should go there. You haven't shut her down. You've taken the lead and offered a better alternative. You've turned a potential no into a collaborative, let's do this instead. That is leadership. That is attractive. Now, here's the crucial part, the detail that separates the confident man from the stubborn child. Just saying no on its own can be abrasive. The real power move, the secret ingredient, is the word that comes right after it. Because. No sets the boundary. Because reveals your character. It's the why behind your what. It gives her a glimpse into your world, your values, and your priorities. And that is where deep connection is built. Let's go back to our examples. No, I can't hang out tonight because I have an early morning workout I never miss. What does this say? It says you're disciplined. You're committed to self-improvement. No, I don't think we should see that movie because honestly, I find those super predictable. But that new sci-fi thriller looks amazing. What does it say? It says you have your own taste. You're not just a passive consumer. You have a point of view. No, I can't help you move on Saturday because I promised my dad I'd help him with a project. What does this say? It says you're a man of your word. You're loyal. You have family values. Do you see the pattern? The no creates respect. The because builds the story of who you are. It gives her pieces of the puzzle. Women are curious creatures. They love a man with depth. A man with a story. Your because is your story. It shows you're not just moving through life randomly. You're the captain of your own ship, steering with intention and purpose. Saying yes all the time is like being a ship with no rudder, just drifting on the currents of other people's desires. Saying no because is like dropping anchor and declaring, this is my port, this is where I stand. Okay, so you've started to implement this. You're not being a jerk, you're just being a man with boundaries and a purpose. You're using no to protect your time and because to reveal your character. She's noticing. She's leaning in. She's seeing you differently. What's the next level? How do you take that initial spark of respect and intrigue and build it into a genuine shared connection? This brings us to our final and perhaps most subtle power word. Once you've established your own world, you can start inviting her into it. The word, we. This is the advanced move. Don't whip this one out on the first date. This is for when the rapport is there. The nice guy operates in a world of you and I. It sounds like this. You should see this movie. I think you'd like this place. It's separate. It's distant. The confident man who is ready to build something starts to subtly shift the language to we. Instead of, you should check out that new cafe, it becomes, we should check out that new cafe. Instead of, I'm going to that concert, you should come, it becomes, that band is in town. We would have an amazing time at that show. It seems like a tiny change, but psychologically, it's monumental. The word we reframes the entire dynamic. It's no longer two separate individuals. It's a team, a unit. You're not just suggesting an activity, you're co-creating a future experience. You are implicitly stating, I see you and me as a potential us. It's a powerful leadership move that's also incredibly inclusive. It makes her feel chosen and part of a shared journey. It's the natural progression from establishing your own world with no to inviting her to build a new one with we. So let's bring it all home. The journey from the friend zone to a place of genuine attraction isn't about learning tricks. It's about an internal shift. It's about realizing that your most attractive quality is your own self-respect. It starts with the bravery to say no to things that don't align with your values or your time. This builds the foundation of respect. It's amplified by the confidence to explain your because, revealing the man you are and the purpose you have. This builds intrigue and character. And finally, it blossoms with the leadership to introduce we, transforming two separate paths into a shared adventure. This isn't manipulation. This is authenticity at its most potent. It's about having the courage to be the main character in your own life story, not a supporting actor in someone else's. So my challenge to you is this. This week, Find one small opportunity to use this. Just one. A low-stakes no because, and see how it feels. See how the other person responds. You'll find that it doesn't push people away. It makes the right people lean in closer. If this gave you a new perspective, prove it by hitting that like button and subscribing to Goodbye, Mr. Nice. Because it's time to stop asking for permission and start building your own world. Drop a comment below letting me know which of these words, no because, or we, you're going to focus on first. I read them all. This is Goodbye, Mr. Nice, where we turn nice guys into good men. Now go be the captain of your ship. I'll see you in the next one.